I'm fighting a high idle issue on the Suburban after putting on this intake manifold that's bored out and the throttle body that's bored out. And I sent this off to, I forget what it's called. But anyway, it came with this black IAC valve. And I don't know if it's something special or not, but the whole throttle body was kind of tuned together with this valve, this sensor. The screw hole for the idle was drilled out and repositioned. The injectors are supposed to be something larger than normal. They're 18 something. All I remember is the number 18. I don't know if it's pounds, 18 pounds or PSI or whatever it is. Yeah. Then there's the injector pod spacer up in there, right? And the billet. Where's it at? Can you see it? And the billet jet adjustable regulator valve, fuel regulator. Right, so I had all that built and shaved flat and bored out, both that and the intake. And it wasn't a problem at all on the black pickup, even though it was a 305. It ran a little rich, but idle was never a problem. And I go and put it all on here, and I've got a super high idle problem. And I actually don't know if it was the IAC sensor or if maybe I put this plug in backwards because the clips are busted off. So I wonder if I put it on that way or just some other way, but right. But now the battery's dead, so we've got to wait for that to charge up a little bit to troubleshoot somewhere. What's most important to me right now, though, is that we get this fuel tank up off the ground. We've got to find a permanent spot for that. I had it wedged just barely in between the frame and the drive line, but there's no room for the vapor canister and all that stuff that's supposed to be hooked up. So I'm going to pull it out of there, disconnect the lines, and make a huge mess of gasoline everywhere. And I want to put it sideways up here, and we'll have to extend lines and stuff and all that, but we'll have to make a bracket. I don't know how we're going to do that, but that is more important to me than anything. More important than getting this hooked up even, because it runs. I'm still floating off the first start, deleting the VATs myself. That was amazing. I'm feeling super proud about that. I've never done anything like that before. I didn't brick the computer, so that's an absolute win. On another side note, we're changing the coils in the 1.8 Jetta wagon. It's 2004. Getting rid of these old originals because it's got a misfire issue we're chasing, and it doesn't have any exhaust leak. We smoke test it, and it seems to be common that those cause misfires, and those, like I said, are original. So we got some nice blue APR coils to put in there. Here's the new news. Yeah, they are APR. Let's get them in and see how it runs. Hey, check the length. Those look a lot longer.
I do. They are way longer.
Well, bummer. So much for that idea. Back on the truck. Alright, there they are, all in. They're a little taller, so we need adapters. But they're still supposed to work. Let's hear what it sounds like. It's running. That's the air pump. You hear that thing running. Still looks like it's got a miss. We'll take it for a drive and see what codes come back. The air pump just turned off and it idled down. Alright, battery's in. Let's see if this other idle air control valve with it plugged in the correct direction, we know for sure this time, makes a difference. Alright, here we go. Something not plugged in. Nope, still idling way high. That's 3 different idle air control valves. It's not making a bit of difference. So I guess we start looking for giant vacuum leaks now. I really want to get this board put up. Get it knocked out so I can finish the wiring, get it to a more livable position. I'm gonna hang it here, and then we'll see if the dash still fits after that. So I think I'm gonna put a hole on the right. How high up should we go? Right here. Yep. And we'll just measure that, and we'll do the same on this side. Put a hole. 2 holes there. Nice. Made a nice round impression. I'm just gonna move the harness and drill that hole out. Ooh, there it is. Bolted up. Just gotta organize it up a little more. I'm gonna build a little support for the back, for the bottom of it, that bolts up to one of these little tiny bolts for the bulkhead grommet, but first we need to see if the dash fits before we wire anything up. Okay, this is going to be tricky to do by myself. That's it. Okay, someone hold it. Help. Well, the dash fits pretty easily. And you can pop this panel out and get all the access to everything in there. The battery, you just gotta let's pop it back out now and wire everything up. Well, we have spare parts, so might as well keep trying until we run out of those. I'm gonna switch out the TPS sensor. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know. Those weren't tight. Same to me. Plug it in. Let's start her up. See, that made a bit of difference. just starting to warm up. It's only been a couple minutes. It's starting to idle down. This could be great news. This could be really awesome. We'll let it warm up all the way and see where it's idling then. All right, TPS sensor to the rescue. It's just starting to warm up and it idled down. That's just right. Thank goodness. I left this truck sitting for like 2 weeks because I didn't even want to mess with it. I was irritated after putting on that intake manifold and throttle body, and then it idled high. Ugh. It made driving through town easy, I'll give you that. All I had to do was let off the brake at the gas light and it took off on its own. Well, it's a short video. Just want to keep you guys in touch this week. Didn't do any major things, right? But I did get the Suburban running, so that's a huge load off my shoulders. And next week, I promise we will get this gas tank figured out. That is priority number one. So stay tuned, like and subscribe for me, please, and follow along. Also follow my Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, also under Gibson Garage Speed Shop, so you can get up to dated, okay, daily. But it is a priority that we get that gas tank up on the truck next week. We've got to get this thing running. Until next time, guys, peace.